Because Donald Trump has now politicized him taking a bullet for his country, the burden of proof is on him to prove that he actually got hit by a bullet. Now that we're seeing glimpses, which is the right ear, we're seeing glimpses of his ear and the wound, the 2-centimeter nick on his ear. It's raising a lot of questions about exactly what he was hit by. I'm not questioning that there was a gunman. I'm not questioning whether or not it was staged. I don't believe that. A lot of you do. I think that's conspiratorial thinking. I don't subscribe to that. But there's certainly something else here in the way of a cover-up after the fact, that Donald Trump wants to play he's filled with valor and bravery, that he faced down a gunman with steely-eyed grit. That's what he wants MAGA world to believe, and largely that's what they're going to believe, because it's chocked to the brim, filled with morons who will believe anything that they're told by Donald Trump. In the face of stark facts and reality, they suspend that, and they want to believe the thing that Donald Trump says. But yesterday, the FBI Director Chris Wray testified before Congress. And he called into question the whole thing about Donald Trump being shot through the ear by a bullet. MAGA world, for as much as they act like experts about the AR-15 and muzzle velocity and what the damage that this round can do, it's scientifically designed to create as much tumbling damage throughout the body as it can as it travels. This would have removed his ear had it touched his ear. But I'm going to play the clip from Christopher Wray, but here's a couple paragraphs from a Daily Beast article entitled, FBI is not fully convinced Trump was struck by a bullet. There is some question about whether or not it was a bullet or shrapnel that hit his ear, FBI Director Christopher Wray said Wednesday. Here's the article. FBI Director Christopher Wray revealed during a marathon testimony on Wednesday that investigators still do not know if former President Donald Trump was grazed by a bullet or a piece of shrapnel during his attempted assassination. Twice during the hours-long session, Wray told lawmakers that the FBI was still working, to determine what exactly struck the former president on his right ear during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Quote, my understanding is that either a bullet, or some shrapnel is what grazed his ear, Wray told Kevin Kiley, Republican of California. Later during the hearing, committee chair Representative Jim Jordan asked Wray if investigators knew where all 8 bullets fired by Thomas Crooks ended up after the shooting. Quote, this is his answer, there is some question about whether or not it was a bullet or shrapnel that hit his ear. So it is conceivable, as I sit here right now, I don't know whether that bullet, in addition to causing the grazing, could have also landed somewhere else, Wray testified. Jordan, of course, because he's not interested in the facts or getting to the bottom of anything, he did not follow up on the shrapnel question. Speaking at the Republican National Convention just days after the assassination attempt, Trump said the bullet came within a quarter inch of taking my life. Again, stolen valor, Donald Trump. I've always wanted a Purple Heart and just didn't want to do what it took to actually be awarded one. I'm Donald Trump. He says, I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear, the former president described the scene. Trump's former White House physician, Rep. Ronnie Jackson, later told a conservative talk show that he examined the wound in the days immediately after the shooting. Quote, it, meaning the bullet, was far enough away from his head that there was no concussive effect from the bullet, and it took the top of his ear off. So it took the top of his ear off. There's no stitches necessary. Eric Trump has called it a flesh wound. Donald Trump has categorized it as a bad mosquito bite. Yet they're acting as though he's this valorized individual who needs to be worshiped and foisted upon our shoulders for adulation for his bravery. Here is the clip from Christopher Wray out of his own mouth, so you don't have to rely on me or the Daily Beast. Here's what he said about it.
I think with respect to former President Trump, there's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or shrapnel that hit his ear. So it's conceivable. Although, as I sit here right now, I don't know whether that bullet, in addition to causing the grazing, could have also landed somewhere else. But I believe we've accounted for all of the shots in the cartridges.
Yeah. I think with respect to former President Trump, there's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or shrapnel that, hit his ear. But this would crush the MAGA narrative of Donald Trump being some superhuman powerhouse. I get calls all the time from dipshits from Ohio to Florida who really do believe that Donald Trump is a brave, steely-eyed warrior, even though he's a multi-time draft-dodging coward, a physical fucking weakling. That doesn't matter to them because they lionize the coward. They will rewrite history, even, we're not even talking about history from like the long past the Vietnam era. We're talking about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And they want to rewrite what took place. Anyway, what do you think? I would love to know. I'm not really interested in all of the conspiracy theories, but what do you think other than that? You can leave a comment below. We can talk about it there. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please subscribe. I am so close to 700,000 subscribers that I can almost taste it. If that's a thing, it's not a thing. Please subscribe. I would appreciate it very much. If you want to take your support, then the next step, you can help me make these videos by donating $2 a month by becoming a channel member. Click the join button below to see what that entails. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. That is not just for the podcast. That absolutely supports the work that we do here on YouTube, and I would appreciate it very much. $2 a month. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if I'm able to marshal the size of my almost 700,000 subscriber audience, if 2%, 5%, we could radically change this operation. I would appreciate your consideration. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Be genuine. Don't be a liar or a weakling or a coward or stolen valor McGee. And take care of one another.